Hello and welcome back. This is Insti and I'm continuing Agatha Christie's ABC Murders. Yes, we are in where we are. Obviously, we are in Bexhill. I was thinking something else. I don't know. And yes, we are solving. Well, we don't solve it this time, I'm sure, but we are trying to get clues who might have killed Betty Barnard. And now I'm going to go and interrogate Donald, if I remember correctly. Yes, it's almost certain that we are not getting the killer at the moment, but hopefully we might get closer to the killer. Again, we know both victims had new stockings. That could be a red herring, but there might be a little clue in there. Maybe, just maybe. But anyways, I digress. Let's go and talk to Donald and see what he has to say. Apparently he's a jealous man, and temper to go with
You
it.
think Fraser, Hastings? What is your feeling?
He's a big chap. Fragile isn't exactly the word that springs to mind. I talked to his landlady before seeing him. She went to bed at 11. Fraser wasn't home yet.
Bien. Megan Barnard said he is a reserved character but with a nasty temper. We will see if this is the case.
Yes, with a nasty temper. Obvious suspect. It's obvious. Again, I am almost certain that he's not the killer, because we cannot, most likely cannot tie him in the murder of Asher. So there's that. And they are linked. That much is certain. But maybe we can squeeze some information from him. Can I talk to her just yet?
I don't want this young man here. Be quick and do what you must.
Apparently we are not allowed to talk to her. Well, she doesn't want to talk to us. Ooh. Brandy or cognac?
How do you do, Mr. Fraser?
Oh.
You're Hercule Poirot. Mr. Hastings said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes. I know that it may not be the right time, but I would like to ask you a few questions.
Wanting... Oh. I totally forgot to click long, because I definitely want to check him out.
This man looks suspicious.
He definitely does. Quite dark circles, so being up. Crumpled clothes. Again, most likely being up all night.
Donald Fraser is in a terrible state, as if he hadn't slept all night. And he's drinking White Horse.
Well, that is interesting. So, it would...
Leave me alone.
No, we're not leaving you alone, but I'm gonna check what we learned. He is Betty Barnard's fiancé. He was jealous and had a quick temper. He likes White Horse whiskey. So he was around here. Probably.
Tell me that it's a mistake. That Betty isn't dead.
Sadly, your lady friend has been murdered, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, Betty, if only you'd listened.
Ask if he saw Betty yesterday afternoon. Say that Betty only ever did as she pleased. Ask what would have happened if she listened to him. Let's start with, did he saw her?
Did you visit Betty yesterday afternoon?
No, I haven't seen Betty for 2 days. I was at the office yesterday afternoon.
Can you prove that?
Of course. But why this question? Betty died yesterday evening, didn't she?
White Horse whiskey?
Yesterday, a guest came to the Ginger Cat alone and ordered a White Horse whiskey, and by the look of it, You also appear to be fond of this brand.
Yes, it's a good whiskey and not cheap. I only drink it on special occasions. Or tragic ones.
I understand. Do you know what Betty's plans were yesterday evening?
She said she was having dinner with her sister.
Specify that her sister was in London. Ask why he believed her. Yes, why did you believe her?
And you believed her?
And why not, sir? She was my fiancée.
That did not stop her from lying to you before. Betty was not a bad girl, but she did like to take advantage of her success with men.
How dare you sully her memory?
Sully her memory. I apologize. Sorry. Inform him that there is a killer to find. Apologize for having been abrupt. There is a killer to find, and you fit the bill at the moment, and police serve to notice that too.
I am not interested in memories of her, Mr. Fraser. I am looking for a killer, and I need you to be my closest ally. That is, unless you have something to hide.
Of course I don't.
Très bien. So, what were we saying? Where were you yesterday evening?
I looked everywhere for her, but in vain. When she said she was going to have dinner with her sister on a weekday, I thought it was strange. I tried not to think about it, but I was like a lion in a cage. I was convinced she was lying. So I went round all the restaurants in the town. When I didn't find her, I went to the next town. But nothing. I must have got home about midnight or 1 o'clock.
Did anybody see you?
I don't think so. I didn't talk to anybody. I was so furious.
Ah, I knew I'd find you here, Poirot. I thought the victim's young man was here.
Yes, is all yours, Chief Inspector. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Do we have to? Did Donald have a motive for Betty's murder? Donald was very much in love with Betty. Donald was a violent man. The two murders were premeditated. The victims had marks on the neck. Betty used to go out a deal. Let's go with out quite a lot. And I don't... Was he violent? Well, probably then. Let's try this. Motive for killing Betty: jealousy. Does Donald have an alibi? Well, technically, no. No. May have been at the beach and have killed Betty. Does Donald have a motive for all the murders? Well, see, that's a pickle. He does not. Because those were premeditated. Either that was a one weird fluke for the killer. Synapse, okay. And ego points. Return to the crime scenes. Both. Well, I will do that. Can I do anything with this? Well, let's go to... okay, can I... Well, I can't interact with you. Fine. Crime scenes, do you mean... Does it mean...
Fraser doesn't have an alibi and he's extremely jealous.
You are very skilled at summing up.
And yet you haven't asked Jap to arrest him.
It is too soon. But I agree, without the letters announcing the crimes, Fraser would already be behind bars. Bon, I think we have enough elements. Let's reconstruct the events at the scene of the crime.
I can't imagine how the murderer wasn't seen, though. Surely she must have struggled.
Let us try and imagine the scene.
Oh right, I totally forgot we need to reconstruct. Dun, 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 dun.
The killer and the victim are walking on the beach. Miss Betty has a bag, a belt around her waist, and carries her shoes in her hand. Both of them walk slowly to hut number 5.
Change Betty. Advance. Advance.
Both of them walk slowly to hut number 6.
Change Betty.
Miss Betty enters the hut. She leaves without her belongings. Then she hides a code.
Okay. Obviously, advance.
They keep walking. Then she removes her belt.
The murderer moves behind her and then attacks her by surprise. The body falls, lifeless, on the sand.
Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
Okay. Reconstruction success. Great success. So what now?
Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser. But by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure he's accused. In a way, it is very generous of him.
Generous? The murderer seduced Betty in order to lure her to the beach and kill her.
Indeed, the young woman was certainly careless, but not stupid enough to follow a stranger.
What are you planning to do, Poirot?
Return to London, mon cher Hastings.
Okay. That was interesting that he said not with the total stranger. Interesting. So, go back to London it is. Fine. Let's follow Hastings. He is showing us the way. There we go.
This is definitely where the photo I found in the hut was taken.
Oh. I wasn't supposed to do that. I thought we are going to... Exit! Please move on.
Right, back to London. There is nothing more for us to do here.
Are we waiting for a third letter? We might as well.
Jap has decided to reveal details to the press. The alphabet murder is now famous.
It is not a bad idea. The more people who know, the greater our chances of finding out something of interest.
Poirot, I have a bad feeling.
You don't say. Third letter.
Poor Mr. Poirot, not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps. Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time, it's an easy one. Churston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It's a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC. Good hunting. Did you hear that, Poirot? The murderer seems to be taking it all as a game, a challenge. He will strike on 30th in Churston. We must warn Scotland Yard.
Let's ask what date it is. Yeah, I was just checking the calendar over there.
By the way, Hastings, what day is it?
Well, looking at the calendar, it's the 30th. No time to lose. We must prepare our suitcases for Churston.
Mon Dieu, it is already 10 o'clock. I will call Scotland Yard immediately.
Immediately. But, before that... Am I clean enough?
In his haste, Hastings tore the envelope.
Yes, he did. Piece of envelope. Why do I have it? Wait. New objective. Compare the new letter with the other letters from ABC. Yes, we will do that. Move. I'll check if I can... Oh! There's another newspaper. I will check that too. Come on. Anything new in this? B.
Bexillancy, Sussex, population 24,703.
Fine. And... Hastings hunting. Oh.
Hastings' photo album. He is very proud of his bag.
Right. So that's it. Anything else? There's a paper. I can't watch it. And whole statue. And nothing else. But what do we have in here? Run, Poirot, run!
Daily Flicker, July 30, 1935. ABC affair, no progress. The alphabet murderer is still on the run. Ever since the police found the connection between the Bexhill and Andover affairs, the inquiry has barely progressed.
Yes,
In this issue, we are publishing provocative letters sent by the killer to Hercule Poirot. Unfortunately, they have not yet helped to find him.
Yes, the Bexhill Horror.
Daily Flicker, July the 26th, 1935. The Bexhill Horror. Young maid strangled on the beach. Killer struck at midnight.
Okay, now we are... Obviously, I'm gonna use this. Because why not?
Some cool hair.
And let's sit, because of course. That also give me ego points. I have no idea.
It is not a good time.
Can I... Do I have anything with this? Oh.
Poor Mr. Poirot. Not so good at these little criminal matters as you thought yourself, are you? Rather past your prime, perhaps? Let us see if you can do any better this time. This time it is an easy one. Cheston on the 30th. Do try and do something about it. It is a bit dull having it all my own way, you know. Good hunting. Ever yours, ABC.
Right. So, do I need to do something with this? No. Not known at Whitehorse Mansions and Whitehorse Court. Try Whitehaven. Wait, what? Were they going on the wrong areas? I don't know. Whitehorse Mansions. Address written on this envelope is wrong. The killer wrote Whitehorse Mansions. Is it a mistake? That is interesting. Can I turn it? Yes. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah. Can't check the behind of the letter. So no, wrong button. Call Scotty. Compare the new letter with, and well, obviously we are calling them.
Hello, chap. We received a new letter from ABC in the 10 o'clock post.
Where and when?
In Cheston. Today.
Today? I'll inform the population immediately.
I'll check the train times. Call me back.
Now, let's check.
It is not a good time.
Seriously?
It is not.
Can I... Wait. Compare the new letter with the other letters from ABC. Wait, what am I missing here? Last time I just
It is not a good time.
clicked the table.
It is not a good time.
Why am I not allowed to do it now? I need to... Wait.
I do not need to make it.
Okay, you're not doing, but...
It is not a...
Last time I just clicked this and he started to do the... comparing. White horse, yes. Piece of envelope, yes.
Pour Mr. Poirot.
Yeah, you are reading it, but... Now I'm a little miffed. Do I need to drag this?
It is not a good time.
Wait. What am I missing here? Come on, move.
Hastings, what you are doing is an absolute disaster. That is no way to pack suitcases.
Heavens, we must hurry. We have to get to Churston before the murder.
Hastings' order and method are always necessary, regardless of the circumstances.
Okay. I'll let you pack them.
All the same, it really is a disgrace to leave your belongings in such a mess.
Ooh, okay. Unprotected bottles. Badly closed. Oh, why would you do that? Poor Hastings. Badly folded pajamas. Bath towel. Odd socks.
Voila. It only took a minute.
Order and method, Hastings.
Poirot, you were right.
Of course I was right. About what this time?
I've just consulted the ABC guide. There's no hurry. The next train doesn't leave till 11:45.
You see, there is no need to hurry. We will not be in Churston until tomorrow morning. After the murder.
But why has the murderer warned us so late? It's not what he usually does. Did he do it on purpose?
Very good question, Hastings. We should also compare the letter we have just received with the other two. Although I have very little doubt about what we will find.
So yeah, I needed to do something first. Yeah, the problem is, obviously, he wrote wrong address, and that's why the letter came too late. That is most obvious. Why are you standing there? Okay. Can I now compare the letters? Now
Right. Let us compare this new letter with the second one.
No.
Let us examine this more closely.
Yes. Do I have still... Yeah, I have something to drink, Poirot. Okay, so... Let's start with the easy.
Certain characters in the two letters may have similar defects. Yes, this I is weird.
It is weird.
Right. Let us compare.
Yes. Here we have...
Yes, the I characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
And W?
I have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
I don't know why we're... Well, on the other way, I know why we are doing this, but...
The W is not printed properly. Right. Let us compare this with the other letter.
Well. There you go.
Of course, the W characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects.
Last but not
I
least...
have to find some other similar defects to confirm my theory.
Yes. The A, the most clearly.
Yes, the A appears to be quite unusual.
Glaring thing. Yes.
Right. Let us compare.
Come on. Here we go.
That's right. The A characters in the two letters do indeed have the same defects. My theory was right. These two letters were written with the same typewriter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. Why does the murder want us so late? See what's the right date. Bottle of White House whiskey. Piece of wrong address. White House whiskey. Nope. ABC guide. Let us see. Was sent at the right date, but yeah. Okay. Right late because of an error in the address.
The letter should have arrived in time. The postmark shows that it was sent 3 days ago. However, our man made a mistake in the address, which explains the delay. All the same, the post office took their time correcting the error.
Come on, Poirot. Your address is not quite as well known as that of Scotland Yard. Poirot, the telephone. It must be Jap.
Yes, it must be. So, what do we have in here? Answer the telephone. Nope, I will not. I refuse to answer the telephone. I just stand here, doing absolutely nothing. Yes, in the corner. Well, actually, I have to answer. That's annoying sound. That's a very terrible sound. There you go.
I have some news from Churchton. Bad news, I'm afraid. Sir Carmichael Clark was murdered while out on his evening walk.
Sir Carmichael Clark. The name is familiar to me.
He was a famous throat specialist, one of the best in London. A wealthy man. He retired to Combside, a beautiful house by the sea. He collected antiques.
Are you going there?
Yes, let's meet on the train.
Interesting. Throat specialist. We have tobacco seller who had a cough, singer who had also throat medicine. How are they connected? And do we still find new stockings? Right. Well, this is a bit bloody.
The victim is called Sir Carmichael Clark, one of the best throat specialists in London. The body was still warm when we found it. If we'd been warned earlier, we definitely could have saved him.
It appears that the murderer made a mistake when he wrote his letter.
A mistake? Lucky for him.
And what if he did it on purpose?
No. He's defined his madcap rules and he's sticking to them. It's a matter of pride for him. Shall we go up to the house, Poirot?
You go, my friends. I will come soon.
So, a retired doctor specializing in throat and lung conditions, and yes, Asher had laudanum for her throat, cough drops, and what happened with the sounds? And Betty Bernard also had throat medicine, but both of those did have also new stockings or socks. I don't know. Let's start with this.
Jap has emptied the victim's pockets and has laid out their contents on this piece of wax cloth.
Okay. So we have ring, I presume. What was that sound?
A signet ring, very probably with the clock.
Yep, signet ring. Let's try that again. I try to get a better view of it.
A signet ring, very probably with the Clark family's coat of arms.
1587. Maybe that will be a code for something. money. So it wasn't a robbery. Nothing new there.
Nothing appears to be missing from this wallet.
Yes. Is that a sheep? Either that or birds are keeping weird noises.
An oriental dragon. It's an old piece, much older than the pocket watch on which it was fastened.
I would like to see it a little bit more, but we will need to deal with that.
It is pointless.
Is it? Stabbed or shot? It would seem like his throat has been cut.
Sir Carmichael's throat was cut. It's a clean incision, a professional murder.
I have a recollection from the original series, but I'm not going to say it and not to spoil
An
anything.
ABC guide. The murderer's customary signature, covered in blood this time.
And
The gravel on the path has been sprayed with blood that covers a conical-shaped area, which starts at the body and becomes wider as it moves further from the bush. Apart from the wound to the throat, the body is untouched. No cuts, no bruises.
right. One thing I remember, we never used the picture we picked up on the last part. Examine crime scene, yes. Yeah, okay. Anything I can... Let's move a little bit further down the path. There's definitely something. I'm a little bit blocked by the... Okay, we're not going there, so let's check that. And that bird is still following us.
This place is very calming.
Yes, there's the calm bird. Picturesque rock. A rabbit hole.
The site is exceptional. It is easy to imagine that Sir Carmichael used to enjoy stopping here every evening.
True. So, am I clear? No. Examine crime scene. Voila. I don't know. Let's check
The
what...
vegetation behind the bush has been trampled.
That is...
The vegetation...
So have I examined the murder place? Examine crime scene. There's still something to look for. Oh, please stop. There's a bush.
The body is just in front of a bush. One of the only bushes in the surrounding area. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
What was Sir Carmichael's position when he was killed? The body was found in front of only bush in the surrounding area. The body was still warm. The zone soiled with blood covers a conical-shaped area which extends away from the bush. The wound is a clear outline. Let's go with this. Sir Carmichael was wearing a signet ring bearing the Clark's family coat of arms when he was found. There is a wound with a clear outline. Let's try with that. Had his back on to the bush.
Sir Carmichael had his back to the bush when the killer cut his throat from behind. A fatal blow that sprayed blood over a range of more than 1 meter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. What is this? The victim had his back to the bush. Did Sir Carmichael see his murder? Well, probably not. One wound. No defensive wounds, nothing. No fighting. The body was still warm. Trampled grass behind the bush. Died without seeing who struck him.
Have you finished, Poirot?
Chief Inspector, many questions remain unanswered, but I am certain of one thing.
I wouldn't say it was opportunist. It has to be planned because he probably had decided to kill Carmichael. So I would say it was carefully planned.
The killer has prepared his crime very carefully.
Quite right. He must have known Sir Carmichael's movements well to plan such an attack.
No, theft is not the motive. The murder was very violent. Well, technically, yes.
The murderer struck with terrible savagery.
Yes, blood flowed. It's the first time he's attacked a man. He armed himself accordingly.
Have you spoken to the victim's family, Chief Inspector?
I've spoken to the brother, Franklin Clark. I didn't get much out of him. He's yours. I must get the body removed.
Right. I'll take a quick break. I'll get something to drink. Be right back. Okay, so what are we doing now is... Yes. Daily walk. Question the victim's brother. Nope. That's a lovely building. Looks like a church. Wait. Oh. Right.
To be honest, this inspector seems rather obtuse. I'm counting on your friend Poirot to catch my brother's murderer. Ah, here he is now. Please, Mr. Poirot. Mr. Poirot, this is my brother's secretary, Miss Thora Gray.
Pleased to meet you, Mr. Poirot. Would you like some tea?
No, thank you, mademoiselle. I find it hard to digest.
So, can I observe...
It is not the right time.
Okay, let's observe her first, and...
There is something elegant about her.
Ah. Oriental dragon. Old brooch. Classical style blouse, well tailored. Okay, oh, there we go.
She has good taste, except perhaps in her choice of jewelry.
Maybe that was a gift from...
Please excuse me, I have to take care of Lady Clark.
You're excused. Well, can I check this?
It is not the right time.
Okay, not the right time.
Hastings does not like very hot tea. He's going to blow on his cup for a good while before drinking.
Oh. So.
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
Really? But can I...
It is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to question him.
So I'm not allowed to... inspect?
It is a...
Okay, let's go with the questioning then.
My brother's wife is gravely ill. You will probably want to question her, but I fear that it won't be possible today.
Accuse him of preventing Lady Clark from speaking. Insist. The understanding. I'm not accusing. Though I don't want to insist, that would rub him the wrong way. So I go with the understanding.
Of course, I understand. Someone set a trap for your brother. Who was familiar with his habits?
Everybody knew he took his evening walk at 8:30, and that he always followed the same path.
Point out that Tora is a suspect. Point out that Franklin is a suspect. Ask if villagers knew. Well, everybody is a suspect, but did the villagers knew? Maybe they could... Basically, if let's say it's out of town, maybe he could ask about around the village. So, yeah.
And did people of the village know Sir Carmichael's habits?
I don't know. It's possible.
What were you doing last night?
After dinner, I went to my bedroom. At 11 in the evening, the telephone rang. It was the police. I went to look for my brother.
Wait, what? That would probably throw him off.
Was it a dark night?
It was a new moon. I took a lantern.
So it was you who found the body?
Yes, along with the gardener.
Have you seen any strangers around the house recently?
No. As far as I know, nobody has been near the house.
Right.
Miss Clark.
Oh, Lady Clark must have fallen from her chair. I have to help Miss Grey get her up.
Right.
Hastings, while our host is gone, let's examine the drawing room.
But, Poirot, a gentleman shouldn't...
I take full responsibility. All you have to do is to leave the drawing room door ajar and let me know if anyone is coming.
So, we can check different things. Let's start with the obvious. We have private collection purchases since 1920. Oh,
Comside's private collection purchases since 1920.
that's what I said.
The catalogue for Sir Carmichael Clark's collection.
His brother will probably have a nice
A tiger.
tiger. And, okay.
A crane?
Yes, I would say it's a crane. Dragon
A dragon.
or lizard. So, what is...
A turtle.
Ah, I was thinking more about pineapple.
Dragon, dragon, dragon. Sir Carmichael showed himself to be very consistent in his collection's theme.
It definitely seems like it.
It is an emperor. His place at the center of the table is probably symbolic.
Perchance, yes, yes. So we are done here. What is this?
I'm not going to leave now.
Of course you're not leaving. That's not what I was going to do. I'll try to see what we could interact with. Obviously with the collection, yes. Oh. What do we have here? Some kind of a... Come on.
Compass, point to the south. Bronze and magnetite, hand dynasty, circa 210 BC, purchased in Hong Kong 1935.
Well, that was interesting looking compass if I'm... Whoa. Come on. Let's move here. Similar clock towards like the one for the Betty's parents, I think. Anything else in here? Horsey? No, so it's only the compass, okay. And what about this?
Yeah.
We have...
There are some very valuable objects here.
Yeah, I would guess so. And nice map. Facsimile south is upward, so south is yes. Traditional Chinese map.
Traditional Chinese map. Facsimile. South is on the top of the map.
Okay. What else? Obviously more dragons.
Sir Carmichael's collection could rival that of a major museum.
Definitely will. Would.
Sir Carmichael.
Okay, that's nothing else. What? We have a cupboard or some kind of drawer. Can we open this?
It's locked.
So we need a key. Anything else? Ah. Books, shelves. Thinking.
The cardinal points. This book could maybe help me.
Each
cardinal point is associated with one animal and one color. In the middle sits the imperial dragon, and out of respect, all the others are turned towards him.
Okay. Fine. So let's see what I can do with this.
Turtle, the dragon, the crane, and the tiger. I think I've already seen this motif somewhere.
You have, and I should remember that. So let's see. What is this doing? Come on. Maybe. So red, blue, white, black. Blue. I think this is correct. So how now? Was it like this?
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
So was it maybe like this? No.
The position of each motif is correct, but they are not turned the same way as on the table.
Oh, right. I don't remember. Are those dots?
The position of each motif is...
Yes. Maybe I use these dots to align these properly. Like so.
I think I heard a bang. Could it be this cupboard?
I don't know.
This is interesting.
One knife is missing. Well, that certainly raises some suspicions, because if it is a murder weapon, that would be a hell of a coincidence that a murderer from outside would come here, open the cupboard, get the knife, and go and slice the throat of the Carmichael.
These daggers are only ceremonial weapons. I do not think that the crime weapon is here.
So it might be a red herring then. And what do we have here? Testament maybe? Nope.
Ernest Logan, MD, Brighton Cancer Institute, 201 Dusk Road, Brighton, Sussex. To Sir Carmichael Clark, MD, Comsite Churstone, Devon. Brighton, 1935, January the 5th. As a man of science, I owe it to you to be completely frank. Lady Clark, your wife is suffering from a generalized terminal cancer. I confess I didn't suspect anything like that during the first exams. But with the test results I have received today, there is unfortunately no place for doubt. I estimate that Lady Clark's life expectancy is no more than 1 year. Hospitalization would not help in her case, so I advise you to keep her at home and provide her with as much morphine as required to ease her last moments. Yours sincerely, Ernest Logan.
Right.
Here's Miss Grey.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Lady Clark's condition requires regular care. I believe you want to ask me a few questions.
Indeed, mademoiselle. This porcelain is remarkable. Is it old?
It's about 3 centuries old, I believe. Wait, let me find the reference.
Can I? Do I need to? I
She
can't.
appears to be very flustered.
Interesting. And the brooch is missing. Bright eyes. Come on. What am I?
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
Yes. I'm trying to find the hotspots. Don't know why I'm not getting those. Oh, there. Partially removed lipstick? Really? Yep. Come on. I was almost...
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
I don't know how this is so hard this time. Come on. Why I am not able to get the hotspot? It's somewhere. Not. Oh,
Just a minute, please, Mr. Poirot.
there it is. Quick breath.
She's unable to hide her emotion, and her makeup has been disturbed. I think that this young woman has just been kissed.
And the brooch is missing. Why are we not?
Here? Teapot with black dragon, Gangxi period, end of the 17th century. It is a rare piece with unusual colours.
You have a good knowledge of art history.
Acquired while working with Sir Carmichael. I used to help him manage his collection and choose his new acquisitions.
Honestly, she just read the book. Anyways, ask if he gave her gifts, ask what her relationship was with her employer, ask if he was embarrassed to be at the service of an elderly man. Gifts, because the brooch, which is missing, which we are not talking about.
And sometimes, he used to give you a piece as a gift. Is that right?
Gift? What do you mean?
Her brooch?
I am referring to your brooch.
This old brooch?
Mademoiselle, you know perfectly well. I am talking about the magnificent brooch you were wearing earlier.
Yes, you're right. Sir Carmichael did give it to me. He valued my work. How could I refuse? He would have been offended.
Then why did you try to hide it?
Why have you taken it off?
I don't understand, Mr. Poirot.
Have you seen any strangers hanging around in the past few days?
No. Nobody has been near Cumside.
Where she was at the time of the crime?
What were you doing yesterday evening at the time of the murder?
I was sleeping. I was woken by the telephone at 11. I heard Franklin Clark speaking with the gardener. They left with some lanterns and they found the body.
Aversion to Franklin as if he's in a relationship.
Am I right thinking that something is going on between you and Franklin?
How dare you ask me such a question?
Ask for confirmation that she kissed her. Accuse of her of... Well, why would I accuse her? But ask for confirmation that she kissed.
Mademoiselle, it is difficult to hide things from me. He kissed you earlier, did he not?
My goodness, with Sir Carmichael's death, I was feeling so awful, so worried. I was unable to resist.
I am not judging you, mademoiselle.
Miss Grey, if I may be so bold, please do not take offence. My friend has rather unusual methods, but all he wants is to find the murderer.
Yes, I understand. I must rest. Please excuse me.
Earlier, you asked me to watch the living room door for you. I don't wish to be indiscreet, but sometimes a gentleman stumbles upon a secret without intending to.
That is sometimes the case.
And I saw Franklin Clark kissing Miss Grey at the foot of the stairs.
Do you think this is a common occurrence?
No, I saw emotion, intensity. I think it was their first kiss.
Well done, mon ami. Well spotted.
However, I don't think I completely understand this business. Why did Sir Carmichael not defend himself? He appeared to have been active and strong.
The murderer did not give him a chance. Let us try and reconstruct the scene.
Time for reconstruction.
Sir Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
We are waiting.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
Yes. Admire. What does it mean? Well, we wait.
He then passes the bush and continues on his way to the house.
I failed. Oh, right.
No, Sir Clark used to gaze at the sea. Let us think again.
Oh, that's what the admire means. Yes. Now I understand. Yeah, he was... The Carmichael
Sir
starts...
Clark is taking his customary walk. Our killer is hiding behind a bush.
Yes. Carmichael stands in to admire the scenery.
The old man walks quietly along the gravel path.
I was a little off what the game meant.
Then he turns towards the sea to gaze at it.
Right.
The killer leaves his hiding place on the right-hand side. He approaches silently over the grass.
Well, got throat, obviously.
Then he throws himself on his prey and cuts the poor man's throat. He then lays down the ABC before leaving. Everything appears to match the crime scene, mon cher Hastings. That is exactly what happened.
No.
Oh, just a minute. I'm getting dressed.
Mr. Kirst, have you recently returned from Churston?
Yes, indeed I have.
Have you seen the papers? And to think that you might have rubbed shoulders with the killer. Imagine that. Mr. Kirst, are you all right? You don't seem well.
My apologies. My throat is burning and my head feels heavy. It's ever since the war, you know. Since my injury, my head has never been the same.
Well.
Poirot, it's a pleasure to be with you again after all these years. I looked for a gift to thank you, and I found this propelling pencil.
An authentic collector's item. You spoil me, mon ami.
And you more so by sharing investigations.
Do not underestimate the help you are to me, Hastings. Intellect is not everything. there is also goodwill, and you are not short of that. Later, I will ask you to help me tidy up the room and bring some chairs. Our guest will be here soon.
Ah, is Thora Grey coming?
Naturally. She is a fascinating young woman, n'est-ce pas?
Oh, come on, Poirot. I'm a married man. And Miss Grey has already been courted by Franklin Clark. Poirot, our guests will be here soon. We must prepare ourselves.
I should take advantage of the silence to examine them.
Oh. You just obtained a modifiable object. To use it, select the object in your inventory and click on the icon. It is only available if a modification is possible. Wait, what? What does it mean? A magnificent pen offered by Hastings. Never sharp pen. Right. What does it mean? Hastings will understand that I had to take this gift apart to help the investigation. Okay, so I have a spring for something. Okay. Now, we have 4 people. Let's start with you. Oh, so... wait. Am I supposed to... Yeah, there's the 0 of 2, but... Why am I not... Come on. Anything? Nothing? What is going on? Now I'm a little... Okay, let's see. Clark's assistant, she's an orphan. She cares for Lady Clark and she regularly admits morphine. Franklin Clark, Carmichael Clark's younger brother. He didn't know his brother to have any enemies. He has feelings for Thora Grey. Right. What is this? So observe everybody. Yeah, I tried to do that. But why does it... Okay, I got a trophy. Wait, what is going on? I can't do anything. Wait, what is going on? Am I supposed to... Now this is weird. Secret heart. Yes, I can. 10 ego points, nice. I'll check the mirror.
I ought to concentrate on my guests.
Oh, okay, good.
Franklin Clark always seems at ease, regardless of where he is. Something that's unique to people who travel.
Okay, so we managed to check these, at least. Can I now? No, I can. What? Oh, that's weird.
She appears to have taken more care with her appearance than the last time.
So it might be that I need to do in certain order. Looking at Donald, yes. Earring.
She's looking at Mr. Fraser out of the corner of her eye. Did she make herself beautiful for him?
She's not looking from corner of her eye. She's really staring at him. Anyways, let's check.
Donald is always on edge.
Okay. Saving cut. Yes, but dark circle. Now I think this is a little bit... yeah, I noticed the dark circles, but it didn't zoom in. And shaving guts are
Leave me
here.
alone.
I'm trying to stare at you. Jeez. Whoop.
Donald Fraser is very nervous at the moment, even if he's trying hard to control himself.
Yes, it seems so. So we are done with these two. Now I think we are able to check these, hopefully. Yes, now we can.
Sometimes I love a brunette, sometimes I love a blonde. That's what the song says.
Thing. So we... Okay, it's done then.
The song says, sometimes I love a blonde who comes from Eden by way of Sweden. But I am not sure that this blonde is an angel.
Well, that's interesting.
I wish to thank you all for coming. I wanted to bring everyone close to the victim's ear in order to unmask the murderer.
Get to the point, Mr. Poirot. What do you want from us?
Has Megan the reason for this meeting? Tell Megan not to be in such a hurry.
Megan, dear girl, please be patient.
Mr. Poirot, how dare you address me by my first name?
Please excuse me, mademoiselle. What I ask is that you search your memories. The murderer must have left some trace.
Yes, he must have prepared his crimes very carefully.
Tout à fait. He did not get to Bexhill at midnight in order to strangle a young girl whose name by chance starts with P.
Must we go into that?
Get a grip on himself.
Mr. Fraser, please get a grip on yourself.
Well, I want to help you, but I don't remember anything else. Nothing I haven't already said.
And you, Mademoiselle Barnard, did your sister say if she was seeing another man?
She never would have told me.
Why?
Why would she hide the fact from you?
Betty knew I didn't approve of her behaviour. Her flirting was spoiling any chance she might have had.
Tell me, mademoiselle, what did you talk about with your sister?
Silly things. Her new dress. She wanted a pair of black stockings to go with it. Mother bought her a brand new pair. The day it happened, she was crying. And to think that Betty never even wore them. Poor Mummy.
Your sister used to sing, I believe. Did she ever perform in public?
She dreamt about it, but she had a very bad cough. It troubled her greatly. She had to cancel auditions and miss lots of opportunities. A pity.
Yes, she sang well, but that doesn't tell us much about the murderer.
Qui sait? In any case, we now have enough information to draw up a relatively precise psychological profile. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
We have two interesting pieces. Stockings. The tobacco seller had a stocking. And Betty had a stocking. But there's also the cough medicine, throat problems. Let's see. Is the killer clever? Let us sign ABC announcing the Andover murder. Killed when the street was packed with people. That's... Killed when the street was packed with people? That's rather bold. The killer is methodical and prepares his crimes meticulously. He never forgets to leave his intriguing signature behind. Without the ABC, we might have suspected Mr. Asher and Mr. Fraser, but by signing his crimes, the murderer is making sure that he is accused. In a way, it is very generous of him. The man seduced Betty before taking her to beach, where he strangled her. A passenger timetable, maybe the murder likes trains. Indeed, let us look again this murder, if you please. You will see that the murderer carried it out to perfection. I'm thinking that or this. Let's try this first. It's not working. Whoa. Wrong button. So, carried it out perfection. Clever. Is the killer sure of himself? Well, he is. Killed when the street was packed with people. Did this happen? Maybe. Self-confident. Is the killer a seducer? Well, yes. Because seduced Betty. Does the killer like trains? Well, he uses them. Maybe. I choose you. Impulsive. No. He's methodical. Generous? Well, basically yes. Well, generous and generous.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we can now surmise without too much risk of error that our adversary is calculative, sure of himself, a seducer, of outstanding intelligence, that he has plenty of self-control, and that he likes railways. It's a good start. Other meetings may be necessary. I hope that you will be able to come back again.
Well, it's just that...
What's bothering her?
Is something bothering you, Mary?
Well, Mr. Poirot, you see, I don't know if I can come to London just like that.
It's normal that people helping with this inquiry should be reimbursed. Starting with you, Miss Drower, please allow me to pay for your train tickets.
Oh, sir, I cannot accept.
But you must. Mademoiselle, I may not be rich, but my brother left a fortune which will be mine.
Mr. Clark, that's very generous of you.
Well, someone has to foot the bill. Mr. Poirot, would it be possible for you to come back to Devon? Lady Clark has expressed a wish to see you. We'll adjust her medicine so she'll not be too drowsy.
But of course, I shall come the day after tomorrow if it is convenient. Thank you all for coming. We will meet again soon. The meeting was most fruitful.
Really?
Hastings, I believe now we have everything we need to find a common point between the victims. Now it is time for us to use our grey matter. Let us now try and get our brain cells to work.
Okay. What do the victims have in common? Wait, why it's going back when I'm using wheel? Okay. Because I want to see what's there. But it was seeing other men. But it was still warm. Photo. First victim is called Asher. Asher took cough medicine. Violent husband. Violent man. Problems with her voice. Famous retired doctor. Let's see. Doctor. Problems. Cough medicine. All the victims suffered from throat afflictions.
The first two victims suffered from bad throat, and that was precisely the specialty of the third victim, Dr. Clark.
We have a lead.
It would pay to take a closer look at the medical records of Dr. Clark's patients.
We'll do so during our next visit to Churston.
I will do it myself, mon ami. You must remain in London just in case ABC sends us another letter.
Very well, as you wish. Thank you for coming, Mr. Poirot. Lady Clark is waiting for you in her bedroom on the first floor. Please excuse me, I cannot stay for the interview. I've to take Miss Grey to the station to see our lawyer in Torquay.
So, as if Tora is going on holiday, as if Tora is leaving her job. Leaving her job, maybe?
Are you leaving Churston for good?
Miss Grey very kindly stayed with me to settle my brother's affairs. but naturally she prefers to find a position in London.
Ah, très bien.
I'll be absent all morning, Mr. Poirot, but the nurse is coming soon. She's to ensure that the dose of medicine doesn't make our patient drowsy.
Thank you, Mr. Clark. Have a nice trip, mademoiselle.
Okay. And I think that is end of this episode. We have things, well, we have few things. We met the ABC guy, and he was a bit shifty. And yes, there's the stockings and the throat thing. I don't know if we have met the murderer yet. Maybe we have, maybe we haven't. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time. Until then, goodbye.